One of life's great mysteries, isn't it? Um, I it's a good way to start this. Go to Keegan's interview for comedy. I'm Jackson Spencer. I am the Funcertainty Box production manager and small jack of all trades with some miscellaneous work, but mostly the production manager. And yeah. I'm an actor. I'm currently attending Missouri State University. Wonderful program. Their Department of Theater and Dance. I have been in college for a very long time. I previously attended JCCC, which is a great school as well. I'm a writer. Mostly comedies. Fuck the poetry. I wouldn't be able to do it anyways. I've worked food service industry since I was 10. I'm a lover of old-timey films. Don't put that last part in. Most people wouldn't like that. What is Funcertainty Box? Funcertainty Box, I'd say at this point, Funcertainty Box is an evolving entertainment platform that currently is focused on producing board games. Hopefully, producing, I wouldn't say like original, never before seen board games, but taking concepts everyone's familiar with and stuff that we've loved in the past and kind of starting at a core of starting at a center based around narrative and creating just unique I guess mechanics and just experiences just like I guess as you could walk through it, maybe you would experience going through a movie or experience going through some sort of cartoon or something like that. I mean, I think the center of at least the board game end of what we like to do is maybe not original, but it is unique to us. Its main goal is, I guess, is to keep it simple, is to provide entertainment and hopefully provide education as well, because we've got many ideas for doing social justice board games or maybe even historical board game stuff that actually focuses on history. So there's a lot of different stuff that we're not really tied down to we focus on card games that look like Uno but without the copyright issue. What does everyone else say? To rule the world? I just want half the world. Everyone else can have the other half of the world. Personal goals, it's a dream. It's a dream to be able to just kind of personally take control of your own art and just decide, I know that, there's probably some schooling somewhere. There's probably certificate programs to teach you how to make board games or things like it, just like video games probably have their own schooling. But it's something that is in our hands that we can do right now. We have ideas and there's nothing stopping us. So my goal is just to see what is inside our heads be put out there on I guess in this case cardboard or paper or plastic, or metal or whatever have you, and have people enjoy it. I think as an actor and as a writer, it's useless to me if it's not for other people to use somehow or to see it in action. So I think my personal goals are just to keep putting fuel to this fire and see how long it burns. That was my first metaphor. In prison, we're gonna do some crazy shit. Funcertainty Box in the future, I would say from 5 years from now, I'd say we'll no matter how small, we'll be an established company with an established fan base, with niche products maybe, but we'll have branched out by that point, at least into other forms of entertainment or media such as scripting and performing, either on stage live or or on video. I mean, amongst our group, we've got, not just actors, but people who are heavily interested in film, who are interested in producing their own original theater productions, even touring theater productions, small scale that they might be, but think of like stuff like the, for you nerds out there, and you geeks like me, think of the Commedia dell'arte days back in the 1400s and 15th century. But with more modern scale and less of that Italian accent. Our lead artist is learning to become a fight choreographer. There are so many different avenues that this company can go into outside of just the board games. So I see us just continuing to expand I don't want to just say expand our horizons, put my check in the mail. No, just expanding our interests in really not really just nailing ourselves down so that we're not, a one-note company. How's our saying go? It's uncertain what you'll get, but it certainly will be fun. I think they should expect detail, story, dangerous characters, varying art styles. This is just on the board game side, but yeah, I think they can expect very unorthodox mechanics, detailed lore, mystery for sure. I think is going to be the main thing what they're gonna expect, and as I always like to say, humor, a lot of humor, and a lot of boundaries pushed. It came to be when, I've watched everyone else's video, and I don't, need to go crazy repeating, but basically, we were all friends already. We were all artists. We had done previous, at least me, Michael, and Kyle, had done previous projects together. And so it wasn't a new concept to go like, hey, here's a new thing we want to do, and we want to make it work. But the whole board game thing, I think as the core was, we were just playing so many board games, and it was relatively new to me, though I've been playing them since I was a kid, and it just became, after going through the same board game so much, it was just, you started to, and we're such critical people sometimes, that we're like, this game could be better, or we could add something here. And one of the simplest ones was a card game called Exploding Kittens. We should have a buzzer there for every time we mention it. Be like, Exploding Kittens. And it was, I at least thought to myself, I was like, yeah, I could easily, make some fun doodads and add-ons to this. It's such a simple concept, and it's paper, so we could just cut up some paper, get some card sleeves, mix it up so that no one knows that they're there, and we just try out some concepts. And, at first we were like, hey, we should send this to them. And then they came out with an expansion, which actually had some of the ideas, which I didn't know about that. We probably could have read about some of it online, but I never knew that. So it was a sign to me, at least, where I was like, hey, it's a simple game, but like we were on the right track with this expansion. Maybe we should try, expanding even further. And eventually, we were adding all these things into it, and it was way blown up out of proportion. That it was not even the original game at all. That we were like, why don't we just make our own game? And we did. We started making. I won't name it right now because it's still in the process, because it's our baby. But we started making a very big new game, and then eventually we decided, maybe we should try multiple stuff, and that's how we ended up now with the 3 games we're producing and wanting to release. It's a very slimmed down version of that. But basically that's it. It's like, you know, it's completely within our control. We felt like we had a knack for it, at least to try it out before, and enough to put out a product and see what the public thinks. And it's, in a way, it's pretty cheap. All it's really costing us is time, brain power, and passion. While I do have many stressful nights, not many, but like some stressful nights where I've got to talk to everyone, you know, I can't talk to everybody, or here, let me start fresh. It has been stressful at times working with my friends. Because as friends, you actually, you know, you have personal feelings and they have personal feelings. And when you're working in a place like art and ideas, personal ideas in this case, the feelings get hurt, and sometimes people get frustrated. We don't have a mask we're going to put on, because one, we don't want to do that. We don't want to work at a job where you just have to say yes sir, no sir, of course ma'am, no problem ma'am. And the difference between this job and the job with the corporation or something like that, I'm not going to jump off a building. I have control over what I'm doing, and I get to be challenged by my friends who are all, you know, different and smart and have their own ideas, and trying to meld those things together is a frustrating, exhilarating, and rewarding process. And I mean, at the end of the day, I know I can trust them. I can put my trust in them, I guess, you know. I know that the people at the corporate level or whatever it's going to be, they're working for the mighty dollar, and not that we're not, but like, at least in this case, you know, if I have to put money into the company, I know it's going to a thing that I enjoy, and I can trust that it's not going to be embezzled by the 3 other people who are basically living the same life I am. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to make it work because, you know, yeah, personal feelings get in the way, I think, is the biggest thing. But at the same time, personal feelings get in the way, and you don't get to get that at somewhere else and still express your ideas without impunity. Nothing. We're so generic. We steal everything, actually. We kill everyone we steal it from. And then I'm actually wearing the skin of the guy who's supposed to be doing it. What makes us different? I don't know. I think there's an idealism to us, which, of course, you know, can be dangerous maybe to some. You know, like, everyone wants to be an artist, or everyone wants to have dreams, but then eventually you got to wake up and do the real world. And, you know, one of the things I talk about with our artistic director a lot is, you know, like, I really want this company to work, and I'm like completely hopeful that it's going to work, and I'm almost not even just hopeful, but I'm like, no, you keep at it, it'll work. But it's like, you know, everyone's got to do a 9 to 5. Everyone's got to do something to, you know, make ends meet, to eat, to wear clothes, to do any of that sort of stuff. Why should we have to? I guess, why should I subjugate myself to just a typical job just for the money? I have to get money anyways. Why should I not be trying to make money with the things that not only do I like, but that I'm better at? I mean, this is just a personal belief, and I don't have an expert to really tell you what's going on in the noggin, but I definitely wasn't born to crunch numbers as an accountant or buy stocks, and these are very, you know, these are big stereotypes I'm throwing out there. But yeah, I wasn't born with the STEM qualities. I was born just with the love of art, and but not a lot of avenues to do it. I mean, acting is great, and it's still something I want to do, but it's still not like, if you want to get down to the specifics, then everyone that's in this company has very particular skills that you really couldn't put on a resume anywhere else, in a way. You couldn't just go, well, we'd love to take you, but your fake fighting skills doesn't really apply here at Walgreens. So it's just, the question is what makes us different. We're determined. I'm sure everyone is, but we're determined to be ourselves. One of the things that's difficult, I think, as we've been going along is, you know, we've got to have a social media presence, and you can't get everything out of us through that. And we want to try to do our best to not just play up trends or, I don't know, be popular and then give you a half-assed product. I mean, you know, what you're going to get from us is going to be something that was dangerous only in comparison to the other stuff that you see. Not because it's like, oh, I wouldn't touch that. It's more like, no, it's, I mean, it's full of life. It's three-dimensional, just like the rest of us, and we want to live. We already live vicariously through our work, because it's the most expressive that we get to be and the most human that we get to be. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but like I've been with these guys for a very long time now, and there's nothing more human than seeing the wheels just spin out of control on ideas. And if you can't do anything with that, what a waste! What a waste of a life! Give me immortality, and I'll work any job you want. But since I don't have it, I would like to do this one. Funcertainty Box is small, but we're passionate, and we really do want to build a community of I wouldn't say just like-minded people, but just, you know, anyone who likes the stuff. We want to work with you. We want to have an active community so that we can be like, hey guys, this is what we're doing. What do you think of it? Is there anything that you're looking forward to? Is there something that you want us to do? You know, we want to be able to, you know, we put ideas out there, like some of those social justice games that we were talking about, which I know it's kind of hard to explain, and I can't go into detail because we probably still want to do it, so I can't tell you. But like using a board game to talk about social issues, you know, getting the public's opinions and stuff like that. We want to be more engaging as opposed to just being entertainment engagement with them. You know, where it's just like, hey, we're only here to give you enjoyment, and whatever you're seeing is a nice mannequin that moves. And so we just, yeah, I think we're small now, and maybe we'll stay small, but you put your trust in us, and we'll return the favor. I mean, I won't say love because we don't know each other quite well, but I'm willing to take that leap if you will.